Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start off lying down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, let your knees open wide. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. Take these first few moments to bring focus and awareness to your breathing. Every inhale, allow expansion into your belly and into your ribs. Every exhale, allow yourself to sink a little bit heavier into your mat. Feel your knees falling away from each other. Feel your shoulders melting into the ground. And find a few more moments of silent breath. You can use your hands here to close your knees in and pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Grab hold of fingers or wrists or ankles. Take a moment in this tiny little ball. You can move from side to side or draw some circles through your lower back. And start to rock and roll yourself to an upright sitting position. Bring your left shin down to the ground and pick your right shin up, kind of like you're holding a baby, really. So your right foot will go in the crook of your left elbow, and you try to get your knee into your right elbow. And then from here, just start a little side-to-side motion with your right leg. So try to sit up as straight as possible. If you're tipping over just a little bit with your torso, that's okay too. But ultimately, we want to try to get your right shin as close to your chest as possible while you feel your butt bones root down into the mat and your spine grow tall away from the ground. Take a few more big breaths here. We're going to move this into a seated twist. So take your right foot so it comes outside of your left leg. And then twist your left arm so it comes outside of your right thigh. So your butt bones are plugged down into the mat. Every inhale, allow some growth and length in your spine. And every exhale, twist a little deeper over to the right. Take another big breath in. And exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Bring yourself through center. Find a counter twist over to the left. Release. You can allow your head to release here too. We'll move into a lunge with your right foot in front. Bring your hands so they come inside of your right foot. And then rotate onto the outside edge of your front right foot and onto the outside edge of your back left foot as you reach your right arm back behind you, lower your hips. And then bring yourself back to a lunge position. Right hand stays down, left arm peels open for a twist. And we'll move between these two postures again. You can toe heel your right foot back as you lower your hip, open your right arm. Bring your right arm up and over, plant your right hand, reach your left arm up. And we'll take two more just like this. Rotate your right foot, lower your left hip, reach your right arm back behind you. Lift your hips up, bring your right hand down, and peel your left arm open in a big twist. Now bring your left hand back down to the mat. Shorten your stance, bring your back foot in, come into a pyramid pose. Pull your right hip back. If you need to have a big bend through your right knee, allow that to happen. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, release your torso over your front right leg. And we'll take that again. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale to release, let it go. And one more time, just finding a little bit of movement through your spine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to release. Let your torso be nice and heavy. And now from here, keep your left hand on the ground and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. If you need to bring your bottom hand onto a bolster, allow that to happen. You can soften through your front right knee. Continuously stretch your right wrist and fingertips upwards like you're being pulled apart in two directions. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. Come back into a low lunge so your back knee comes down to the ground. Bring your hands to rest on your front right thigh and take a few moments here. Just think of kind of flossing forwards and backwards with your hips. So you can have your hands on the mat, or maybe your hands are resting on your thighs. You take this. Reach your arms up overhead, plug your shoulders down your back. Continuously push your hips forward. Take a big breath into your expansive ribs. Bring your hands down to frame your front right foot. Flip your back toes. Find three-legged dog. Send your right leg up into the air. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Take any sort of movement through your right ankle, maybe scrunch through your toes. And then place your right foot back down to the mat, downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the ground. And we'll take all of this on the opposite side. So once again, come to a seat. Keep your right shin on the ground this time. Lift your left shin. Bring your left foot into the crook of your right elbow. Think of holding your left shin kind of like a baby. Try to bring your left shin as close to your chest as possible. Now, if you're really hunched over through your body, that's okay. But try as best as you can to sit up nice and tall. If your shin is far away from your chest, that's okay too. If you're not able to get your ankle and your knee in the same line, that's okay. Let your ankle fall just a little bit lower. You can find a little bit of movement here. Take a big breath in. You're going to take your left foot so it goes across your right knee to come into a spinal twist. Try to keep your butt bones rooted into the mat. Bring your right arm across your left knee or your thigh. Your left arm can come kind of back behind you to find this twist. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Nice and tall through the tops of your ears, through the crown of your head. And then come out of this rotation, find a counter twist over to the right. You can release your body over, find a few moments here. And now that you've got your left foot stacked on top, we'll move into a lunge position with your left foot in front. And now once you're in your lunge position, right away start to rotate to the pinky toe edges of both of your feet. Lower your right hips down to the ground. Your left arm can reach back behind you. And then push your hips up. Bring your left hand down. Peel your right arm open for a twist. And we're going to move through that once again. So right hand comes down. Rotate to the outer edges of your feet. Lower your right hip. And then make your way back up to your lunge. Keep your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. One more time. Right hand down to the mat. Open up. Maybe lower your right hip down. Push your hips up. Keep your left hand down. Stretch your right fingertips up. And then bring your right hand down. Shorten your stance. Come into a pyramid stretch. So your back foot should be at about a 45-degree angle. You could have a big bend through your front left knee. Take a few moments of big breath here. Allow your torso to get heavier with every exhale. And we'll move into some undulating spinal movement. So your hands can frame your front left foot. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. And exhale to release your body. And take that again. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale to release. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to release. Now this time, lengthen up through your spine. Keep your right hand down. Peel your left arm open for a twist. Your bottom hand, you could place it on a bolster if you need to. Continue to lengthen the crown of your head forward as you pull your left hip back. And as big of a bend as you need through that left knee, let it happen. Bring your left hand down, move back into a lunge position. So widen your feet, lower your back knee. Your hands can be framing your foot or your hands can be on your thighs. You take a moment for a very gentle kind of threading forwards and backwards through your hips. Just some really gentle, soft movement. Allowing a little more opening into your hips. Reach your arms up overhead. Continue to push your hips forward. Allow your shoulders to soften down your back. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Bring your hands to frame your left foot, flip your back toes, downward facing dog, and then lift your left leg up for three-legged dog. Take a few moments. You can bend your knee, scrunch your toes, move your knee, your hip around, finding some free movement here. Place your left foot to the ground, downward facing dog. Take a huge breath in and a huge breath out. Slowly lower your knees down to the mat. Come to sit. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Grab for your ankles or your shins. Sit up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, release your body up and over your legs. Push the bottoms of your feet together. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Every exhale, allow your torso to get a little bit heavier. And walk your hands over to the right side of your stretch. Option to use your left hand on your left knee to keep your left butt bone plugged down as you find a stretch over to your right. And now bring yourself back to center and we'll switch so your torso can come over to the left. Right hand can push down on your right knee or your right thigh to add a little bit of extra weight to your right side. Bring yourself back through to center and come to a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. Notice any shifts you may feel, maybe physically, maybe mentally, or maybe just with your breath. Give yourself a few final moments of stillness and silence with breath. Thank you for joining us today. And that's your flow.